Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews, and this is Generation X Politics. And this video is sponsored by contribution from Jonathan, and here's his story. Hello, Ollie. I like your channel and Gen X perspectives. I'd like to tell you about my dad and get your thoughts on the situation. I sent a contribution for the channel. So growing up with with my father was miserable. My sister and I hated when he was home, and we avoided him at all costs. He was verbally abusive, calling me stupid and retardo, among other things. Oh, the boomers loved their fucking name calling, didn't they? He would also smack my sister and myself in the face for whatever, which, in my opinion, is one of the most humiliating and degrading things you can do to a kid, because I wasn't big enough to defend myself. One time when I was 11 or 12, he knocked me off my chair at the dinner table and beat me up pretty good. Yeah, my mother would throw a beating at the drop of a dime, but you got used to it because you knew she was crazy. My father would blindside you out of nowhere, like just out of nowhere, because that's the kind of fucking punk prick he is, you know. 6'2", 6'2.5", 6'3", knocking off an 8, 9, 10-year-old. Just a fucking jerk off. And always in the face. And always in front of people. To humiliate you. That's just really what it is. It is to humiliate you. If I got bad grades on my report card or whatever, my dad used to make me get in the car to go somewhere, which I hated, and he'd get in my face and scream, "You're going to college, goddammit." Playing sports for me was like a job. I think he pushed sports on me so bad because he wanted me to go to college, but he didn't want to pay for it. That gives them, that gives the boomers something to do. They can strut around the ball field. Listen, I had to deal with the Little League. If you've followed my channel long enough, you'll hear my stories about my father on Little League, coaching teams, getting in the fucking fights with other coaches, destroying any enjoyment I had in the league. And it's just fucking like baseball. I was tortured with baseball from the time I was 9 until I was 13. This guy would not get out of my life. He would not stop. He would not stop being involved with my teams, being involved with everything. My mother too. What the damage he would do on the field, my mother would do in the stand. Would then compliment in the fucking stands. I did end up going to college, which I wish I didn't, because it was a huge waste of time and money, because my boomer parents beat it into my head that that's what I was going to do. I earned academic scholarships, and he didn't have to pay for it anyway. They see these boomers, they shoved this college down on it. It was all part of the societal plan, okay? It was all part of the societal plan, okay, is to use these boomers to destroy their children, push them into academia, make them try to make them as hopeless and useless as possible. Don't teach them trades. Don't teach them actual skills. You're going to dissuade that. You're going to dissuade you. You want to be a loser and go learn a trade. You want to go to the trade school like a deadbeat loser, jerk off, like all of it, retard. You said retardo. You want to be a retard and drive the tart cart, because that's where you used to go. You used to take your day club when you were in trade. When you went to trade, you did your schoolwork in the high school. Okay, you did your regular English, math, gym classes. You took them, first 4 or 5 classes, and then you went down to the trade school in Teterboro, where you were electric, plumbing, auto, all that stuff. Oh, but if you went down there, you were going on what was known as the tart cart, okay? Meanwhile, all those guys got jobs at $22 an hour right out of fucking high school. Okay, while we were being jerk-offs, trying to chase bullshit degrees for like me criminal justice, like I'm going to be fucking Batman. Okay, like come on, man, come on. Oh, that's the system they shoved down our throat. One time when we were in the car, he spit in my face because I didn't want to hit in a batting cage. See, my problem was, Jonathan, my problem was I'm a really good athlete. And I've talked about, like, I have cross-ocular dominance where, I'm not even going to get into that. I could hit from both sides. But when that motherfucker was standing over me, I couldn't perform. I couldn't deal with this guy being on my back. I couldn't. Think about it. Like just like you can see your dad right now in that batting cage. Yeah, I could see mine standing there in that fucking dugout, yelling, screaming, fighting with the other coaches, just being a fucking jerk off. Just being a fucking jerk off of life, man. Kids, 10 years old, 11 years old, just like he's coaching the Yankees. He'll still talk about the championship we won at fucking 10 years old, 11 years old. Still to this day. He wrote it in a letter 30 years later, like trying to make me feel guilty about something. Like, that's how these boomers are. Then he finally got a napkin out of the glove compartment, threw it in my lap, and said, "Here. If I made an error during the game, he'd get in my face and yell and scream at me in the car." Apart from being verbally and physically abusive, my dad has always been just an extremely annoying person. He has extremely annoying and irritating way of drinking coffee when he slurps, and it's extremely dramatically and loud. Extremely dramatically and loud. It's disgusting, and my sister and myself have been telling him our entire lives we can't stand it, and he just laughs and blows it off like it's insignificant. He even does it to wake me up when I was asleep on the couch when we were visiting my sister. It's my opinion that he's so selfish, he doesn't care about this thing he knows we hate, and he ignores we can't stand it, and in his sick mind, he actually thinks it's funny. It's control. Every time he's saying, "I control you, I control you, I control you," because that's how the boomer rolls. They can't let it go. They can't. And as the older they get, the worse it gets. The older they get, the worse they get. It's not all boomers. Again, it's not all boomers. If it wasn't for boomers, to be very honest with you, this channel would not be where it's at, to be very honest. So don't think I hate all boomers. I don't. I know it's not all boomers. It's 95% of you, though. 90 to 95%. It's up there. The whole generation is fucked. Whole generation is fucked. There's boomers on you'll see them in the comments. I'm a boomer. I know exactly what you're saying. They always say it. It's control. It's control. Every time he's doing it, it's, "I own you. I own you. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it." Because you won't kick him out. What's he doing in your sister's fucking house in the first place? What is he doing there in the first place? If you don't let the boomer into your house, okay, they can't do shit like that, can they? He also eats like an absolute pig, and he does these creepy, annoying dances that he thinks are funny. He uses the bathroom with the door open, which most people don't do. This dude's just checking every degenerate box he possibly can, isn't he? Nobody wants to tell their parents how to have manners and common sense. These things seem minuscule, but it makes my skin crawl to even think about having to be around him. The way I see it, he's basically a living, breathing, cancerous tumor. My mother died of cancer when I was in my early 20s, and it's my belief that she got cancer by living with the stress of living with my father. He's a baby boomer and is in his 60s. Every time I have to talk to him, he throws a pity party about he's old and he doesn't know how long he's going to live. Nobody wants to hear that crap. And he says he just wants to spend time with my sister and me. But because of how annoying and weird he is, my sister, myself, and his grandkids think spending any time with him sounds like a nightmare. Yeah, it is. Hold him accountable to his fucking bullshit, to his shitty behavior. He has no retirement and lives off disability. We all live in different states, and every few years we get together. He asks me about money, which I'm not rich, but I make a good living. And I get this creepy vibe from him, like he wants me to give him money and or take care of him, which makes me absolutely sick. Oh, absolutely. He's fucking finding out where his landing place is going to be. Oh, no. Yeah, these are all fucking body blows. And the fact that he can still stand over you, they're all body blows. They're all body blows for the boomer soft landing. And because you haven't cut him off, you or your sister, and made it stop and held him to any consequence for his shitty behavior, that's where he's at. He's looking for a soft landing spot. He's been throwing you body blows your whole entire adult life. I mean, fucked you up your childhood, and now your adult life, he continues throwing you fucking body blows. And you ain't done shit to defend it. You ain't done a damn thing. He treated us like crap growing up and refuses to change things he knows drives us crazy and now wants to be taken care of. I think he has a mental disorder and needs therapy. Anyway, that's the basic story, and I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Thank you. He's just like nearly every other entitled baby boomer out there. They want to live by their own set of rules. Okay? Look, most of them are perpetual children. They're perpetual children, and they got through parenting, most of them, by bullying their own kids. They're bullies. And your father, you have allowed your father, you and your sister, to fucking bully you your entire life. Whether it's just been overt bullying, okay, where he's knocking you off chairs and screaming in your face, to the boomer will bully you your entire life if you allow them, if you do not cut them out. And that's what's been going on with you, Jonathan, and your sister. You have been allowing your father to bully you your entire life. Whether it's overt bullying by beating the shit out of you as a child, or covert bullying by being a disgusting, self-entitled slob that he is. And if you don't cut it off, I promise you, he's looking for a soft landing spot at your house. And if he can't get to you, he'll get to your sister. So you two better figure out a way to cut it off, and cut it off right quick. So, hope that helps. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for your contribution and story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you, because this channel is completely demonetized from YouTube. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Generation X Politics. Take care.